Hey folks, this is Rob from Learn by the Drop at learnbythedrop.com. Learn by the Drop is a place to learn Drupal, and in this lesson, we're on lesson 3 of the Getting Started with Drupal series, and in this lesson we are going to take a look at updating the theme of your Drupal site using a theme that you download from the Drupal.org community website. So first thing that we're going to do is we're going to head over to Drupal.org and we're going to download ourselves a theme. And if you go to Drupal.org, the front page, and you can see under contributions, themes, and you can always find that prominently displayed on the home page of Drupal.org. Now, one of the benefits, now we're using Drupal 6, one of the benefits of getting an account on Drupal.org, and I highly recommend it, is that you're able to filter the themes by Drupal core compatibility. In this case, we only want to look at themes that are compatible with Drupal 6. So I'm going to log in with my Drupal.org account. We're going to filter that out. Okay, so once we're logged in, we can see that we now have this filter by Drupal core compatibility box available, list box. We're going to click on that, filter for 6.x, and what this is going to do is show us themes that will work with version 6 of Drupal. And if we scroll down, we can see previews and just get a basic idea of what each theme looks like, and there's quite a few themes on here, so I recommend that you spend some time on Drupal.org and take a look at the themes and just pick out one that looks as close as possible to maybe what you'd want your site to look like. Now the good thing is you can very easily change it later. So if you scroll down, you can see there's a lot of themes here. We're going to stop at the Aqua Marina theme, and if you click on the title, or if you click on Find Out More, you can see a little bit more about each theme, and you can click on a screenshot and get a better idea of what it's going to look like. Now, this is a very colorful theme, so I think that this might be a good one to use in our example. And we can see that it's very colorful. It uses a lot of icons. And it'll give you some information on the features. Right now most of these might not register with you, but that's okay. We'll go through what you can do with it as we install it on our site. Important thing to look at are releases. Here you can see the latest release. It'll have a checkbox next to it that basically says it's recommended for version 6 of Drupal. And you can also, if you're interested to see if there are problems with the theme, you can click on View Open Issues, or you can create an issue if you're a member of Drupal.org. And if we scroll down here, we can see some of the various issues. Now, just because there are issues here doesn't necessarily mean that there's a problem with the theme, but there may be things that people want changed with the theme, and this would be the place where you would request that from the theme developer, or you would come here and submit an issue if you thought that there was something wrong with the theme, or if you wanted to request some sort of functionality. For now, we're just going to download this to our local computer. So we click on download, and we're going to save that file. And I create a nice breakdown of directories of things that I download, and we can download into the theme directory. And I have Aqua Marina 613, and we can see here that Aqua Marina 615 is available. So I'm going to download Aqua Marina 615 with my zip utility. I'm going to double click that to unzip it. And I'm using an evaluation version of WinZip. So it asks me if I want to decompress it. I'm going to say yes. And then I'm going to unzip the theme to a local folder. And I'm going to actually put that in Drupal 6 themes and give that a name, Aqua Marina. And then I like to x-1.5. I also like to append the version onto the folder name. So it's going to extract the theme into this folder on my hard drive. Okay, so that's really quick. That should be extracted. Next thing we're going to want to do is we're going to want to copy that to our Drupal installation folder. Okay, so I'm going to go to my directory here for Drupal 6, themes, Aqua Marina 615. Now this isn't what I want to copy. I want to copy the actual Aqua Marina folder. And so when we go down in there, we can see that we have icons, images, all sorts of lovely files that make the theme work. So I'm going to copy that, and we want to place that into our Drupal 2 directory. Now, very important, whenever you add a contributed theme to Drupal, you want to put that in the Sites All Themes folder. Now, that may not exist. It probably won't. So you're going to create it. So you're going to create a folder called Themes in the Sites All directory. And you just paste that in there. Okay. So that's what we need to do there. Now we want to go to our installation, and wherever you go to, wherever in your local host you installed Drupal, and of course make sure that WAMP server is running. And you're going to want to log in. Go to administration. And then you want to go down to themes. And you're going to see a list of themes here. And you know, there are several themes that come standard with your Drupal install. So you could choose any one of these. Now, you have two options here. You can enable a theme, which means that it's possible for you to switch between these different themes, and you can also set a default. Now, when you want to use the theme right away, you would enable it and set it as the default. If you have more than one theme enabled, you will be able to change the configuration options for those different themes. Right now, I'm just going to uncheck the Garland theme, which is what we're using, and I'm going to enable and select Aqua Marina as the default. And you want to come down here and save configuration, and that'll make the initial change. Okay, so now that we've made that initial change, we could see that the site looks different. If we click back to the home page, we can see a couple of different things. Number one, the search panel that we saw and is now in the upper right hand corner, which is basically something standard for this particular theme. And we also can see that our slogan appeared, and to help people learn how to build websites with Drupal. So some initial changes right away. Now if we go back, we can take a look at some of the options that we have with this particular theme by clicking on configure. So when we look at the different themes, there's a couple of important things to understand. Number one, there are global settings. So the global settings are going to apply to the entire site no matter what. And this includes the display of a logo, the site name, the site slogan, the mission statement, search boxes, shortcut icons, links, the default logo. We can upload our own logo, and that's something that we'll look at in a future lesson. Also, whether post information should be displayed. And then if we click on the specific theme name, we have settings for the specific theme as well. We notice that we have two options here that are not available to click. User pictures, because when we initially set the site up, well, we didn't allow for user pictures. If we went back to our initial site configuration, when we change this, we'll be able to select user pictures and posts, user pictures and comments. So again, options, use the default logo. This is the default logo right here. We could change that if we wanted to, but we don't necessarily need to do that right now. We could give a path on our web server to the custom logo if we created one, or we could just upload one. The default shortcut icon or fave icon, and that is this little icon right there. That's what's called a fave icon. We could create an upload or give the path to our own custom icon. And then there are also some theme specific settings. Display mission statement only on the front page, and that's what actually we have set right now. And that's actually our mission statement and not our slogan. If we selected site slogan and clicked save, we should see that as well. So, okay, so here's our site slogan, learning Drupal the easy way. And if we didn't want people to see that, we could actually go back, uncheck site slogan, and click Save Configuration. Okay, so right now, going back to our mission statement, we only have the mission statement on the front page, which is fine. If we wanted to display it on all pages, we would just select Display on All Pages. The breadcrumb is what you see at the top of the page that shows you basically your location on the site. So if we were to select Display Breadcrumb and save that, we would see our breadcrumb here at the top of the site, and it allows us to click back to pages that are higher up in the hierarchy. We'll leave that there for now. Username, display not verified for unregistered usernames. Search results, and some options that we have here for search results, and we're not going to pay much mind to that right now. We have node settings, display author's username, display date posted. So I think that the important thing is to understand is that every theme may have its own individual settings that you want to look at and consider when you're publishing content. And as we start publishing content, we can come back and change some of these things. Links, if we have just a snippet of a post, we can change the link text, and we'll come back to this when we start creating content to show how we would change some of these things. We have settings for comments. We also have settings for page titles. For example, the front page title right now has our site title and the site slogan, and here you can actually see the site slogan. And you have some options for that. You can create a custom title, other page titles. So this particular theme is very attractive because you have a lot of customization options, including the meta tags, which are the keywords that search engines might look for. So you have a lot of settings. So most important thing to know is you're going to have global settings, which are going to affect basically every theme that you use on the site. And you're going to have theme-specific settings, which would only apply to that specific theme. So we've updated our site to the Aqua Marina theme, and now we have a new theme. And that's where we're going to end this third lesson in the Getting Started with Drupal series. In our next lesson, we're going to take a look at adding some contributed modules from Drupal.org that will greatly add to the functionality of our site and make it a lot easier to publish the content that we want to publish. So this has been Rob from Learn by the Drop. Stop by Learn by the Drop at learnbythedrop.com to learn much more about how to build websites with the Drupal platform. Thanks for watching.